I want to give a shout out to Nicholas. I think there's some sort of saying about absence making the heart grow fonder. So Nick wasn't here last week, and it really gave me a chance to think about how much Nicholas has helped me grow in this field, and how much of an influence he has on my thinking, and how much I depend on his guidance, and how much I appreciate Nicholas has me in the other dean's back. And as evidence today, as I was getting cursed out by a parent, Nick rolled up on her and told her, "You're not going to do that to him." And it was like he wasn't talking as the AP, he was like talking as my friend. And I really appreciate that. So shout out to Nick.
Sarah, I feel like I aspire to your level of greatness as somebody that's not like a content teacher. You manage to somehow be like invisible when you need to be and visible whenever I really want you to be visible. It's like I just wish it and I like click my heels and then Sarah's like coming to my door. I don't know how, she's always just there, but especially in the last month, like it's been like a growing period for me, so thanks for supporting me.
Oh, this is like the first and maybe the last time I'll do this. I like to shout out the honor roll. I don't really like this kind of thing usually, as many people, I guess, here feel, but it was really neat. You know, I had a lot of interactions with kids. Either I told them they were, or they told me they were. Carmen Figueroa was on the honor roll. It's cool.
She actually requested a shout out at this event. Nick is on them too.
So, what is one word you would use to describe the staff at Lyons?
Caring.
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 How would you describe the staff room? Don't laugh at me.
Thanksgiving. Frenetic.
Energetic. One word? Loud.
Chaotic. And I mean that in like a positive way. I don't necessarily try to explain why. There's a lot going on at all times, but it's all productive, and I feel like everybody there is working on something, whether it's by themselves or with other people, or having discussions about their teaching or students. There's a lot of things going on at one level.
Crowded.
I was thinking that has such a negative effect.
It does, but it's it's crowded with ideas. Crowded with good-looking people. Crowded with food. Physically very cramped and crowded. But you're right, what's a word that would have a more positive connotation?
The food thing triggered that's actually a really big part of it, and the way that everyone shares. It's like we're sharing our lesson plans, we're sharing our philosophy, and we're sharing our food. Like it's sharing.
I mean, I think at some schools, the staff room is sort of a place where everybody sits at separate tables and it's very quiet and everybody's sort of doing their own thing. And at ours, it's very comfortable. You can kind of pull up a chair and jump into whatever conversation is going on, and everybody, many people have their lunch there, and people get work done, but it's also just a place, sort of just the central place. There's one big table and a central place where everybody kind of hangs out.
Actually, can you describe, I forget, I think when I first came to Lyons, there was kind of the myth of the table. When we moved from the second to first floor, can you? Yeah, I mean, you can jump in here also, but we used to be on the second floor, we're now on the third floor, and I think the table was given as a donation that first year, right? And we were going to move up to the third floor, and the staff room that we have now is much smaller than what we had downstairs, so there was talk about we wouldn't be able to fit the conference table up here, and a few of us were really passionate about bringing the conference table up, because it was a mech of, we don't sit at separate tables. Everybody is DIOs where Taego sits, it's where Jody sits, it's where everybody comes together and sits, and if we don't have this one central place, people are going to spread out and never talk to each other. So there was all this talk about how we're going to get it upstairs, people considered cutting it, if that ever happened. Ultimately, it was carried out, I'm not actually sure how.
I'm in the staff room at like 6:30 in the morning, and it's quiet, no one's there. Joshua then rolls in around 7. And then I usually come back right around 8:15, and it's like you can slowly you can feel the start of the day, and it's like this frenetic sort of energy. But the staff is, one word to describe the staff? Compassionate.
You want to expand on, like, what do you mean?
I mean, I just think you forget sometimes to be, I think there's so much pressure to be a teacher in this day and age and to produce results and to be accountable. And I think, there's high stakes with everything. And I think sometimes you forget that you're dealing with very fragile human beings. And so I'm always really lucky to have a staff around me that's very compassionate and see how they interact with kids. And it's a really great, it inspires me to it just fuels me to want to continue to be compassionate, because it's not always easy.
It's basically the staff is like a chill out spot for teachers, to relax everything. Because I know that all the kids can be giving them a hard time. So I think it's better for them to relax, during their free periods now.
So, class ends, you go out in the hallway. What does it look like?
Peacocks.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that.
I feel like our hallways are about, I've been in a classroom for an hour. I need to be a teenager again. And I need to strut my stuff. And like a peacock spreads his feathers. And I feel like both male and female. I don't think a female does that. But maybe swagger. I just feel like it's a way for our kids to be within limits, of course, to be here's my 2 minutes to sort of be myself.
Are you different here than you are outside of school?
I can say that, yes, because here I can be myself and nobody would be like, oh, Carmen, why do you talk so loud? They might tell me to lower it down, but they'd have no problem with being me. And it's just outside, it's just they had a problem with it. I would get into fights because of me being me. It's just here, it's just different. It's Carmen, I love you for you, don't change. It's just.
Do you feel like being able to be you here has changed you outside?
Yeah, because it's being here, being me made me seem made it show I shouldn't care about what people say. It's just you have people, there's certain people and a lot of people that care for you and like you for you, you shouldn't care about what everybody else says.
Maybe I'm a little closed in the house because, I just go to my room, then go to sleep. And here, it's I feel so comfortable, safe. I laugh with everybody and stuff like that.
I'm just open. You know what I mean? It's just, the other school, if you go to that school and you ask people, I ain't talking about it. Their environment just makes you feel welcome. It's a sweet feeling. That just makes you feel welcome. It's you could be yourself in the school.
How is Lyons different from other schools you have attended?
They give you more attention. They actually focus on you. You will think that just because you're in a whole class with 22 other students that the teacher is not going to really focus on you. They actually know you and everybody else inside out. It's not they just know a few students. They know every face. They know what triggers them, what doesn't. They just know you as a student. And I think that's what makes it different. They have a connection with the students here.
So what's your experience been like at other schools?
Okay, there's nothing to really talk about. It's a normal school. You just go to class, do your work, get yelled at, and go home.
I got so lazy in 4 years at a really mediocre school where everyone was doing the exact same curriculum every year. The standards were really low. No one really cared about helping our students. And I kind of got sucked into that, and it's just inevitable. And I came here and I think I was kind of absorbed into the school culture, the staff, like everyone cares so much and they all work so hard. But also, we're given this opportunity to change and do what we want and actually develop new curriculum. Like Kieran and I have helped each other out so much by sharing ideas and by actually merging our classes together. And I never expected to teach things the way that I've taught them this year. I used to teach Hinduism in full days, and now I spent 5 weeks on it, and I've learned so much, and I've grown so much as a person, the kids learn so much more, and that feels really great. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's, no, I'm looking at the time. It's 4:20 and we're here talking about teaching. Yeah, there's a video camera, but in reality, we'd probably be doing this for a couple more hours anyway. My last school, so they got out 2:45. I was literally on the 4 train with the students. Sometimes I'd walk past the students because I wanted to get on that 4 train before they got on because they wanted to stop and get a hot dog, whatever they were doing. And I would roll in, like we had to be there I think like 7:50. And I would get there early, I get there at 7:10 plan out my day. But I would walk right to my room, move my cart, and just focus on getting that lesson figured out. Right? And so there was very little interaction after school. Very little interaction during school. Very little interaction,
You're in
period.
a bubble. And
Yeah.
here, that bubble just smashed. Like you're in with so many other people having to do so many different things, and that's good for you.
Yeah. The idea of like team teaching is taken to like the umpteenth degree of lines. Where literally it's like even people you're not team teaching with are team teaching with you. Because you go to the staff room, it's like people look at your stuff. Say, why don't you do that? People, and it's just like constant flow of information both ways.
I mean, I just think that, you know, people here are really committed to helping kids, and that can be frustrating at times, and we can share those frustrations, but like the commitment to really help kids is really, I think, what makes a difference. Like I sent this email out about this student, and I literally had to CC like 15 people, and it was like, I can't think of another school where if I were talking about a particular student in a particular grade about a particular issue, that I have so many people that were involved in this kid's life, you know? And people who wanted to know. And I'm sure if everyone I sent it to, I could send it to more, but the people I sent it to were like super involved in this kid's life and what was best for him. So, I mean, that just says a lot about the school, I think.
So what's your favorite thing about the school?
That it's like a real community that everybody comes together. Like for that what happened with that boy Raycon, like everybody they talked about it and how everybody wants to stop bullying in the school. And like half of everybody will go around like, so like if they see drama, like they'll try to stop them, like that's not cool, whatever. Because I know if the middle school kids see that we're not doing it, they don't stop doing it too. Because like we're role models and they look up to us.
So what has made you stay here?
Jared, because even though me and him don't get along, it's like he's like, in a way, when he yells at you and stuff, he's like telling you, I love you, but in a hard way. And I don't think you can find that at any other school, so that's what I'm saying.
So you guys have both been here since 9th grade?
Yes.
And you're now in what grades?
11, we're juniors.
Okay. So you both are on the basketball team, and you've both had opportunities to go to other schools to play basketball, and you left to go play ball and came back. So why, Darius, have you not left? And Akeem, why did you come back?
The reason why I didn't leave is because, you know, right here, this school feels home. Like, I just, like, my heart is here. I don't know any other place to go to. I went to another high school, and the culture there wasn't really for me. The teachers here are wonderful. You feel like this is a family environment here. And, you know, everybody shows you love.
Everybody, you know what I mean? They like our parents, because there's times when they laugh, and there's times when they get too serious. You know, and I just try to stay on the serious side. Just do what I have to do, then just laugh. But it's like one big family, you know, happy.
So do you have a mentor?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your mentor?
My mentor is, I have two, actually. It's Darren and Jared.
Yeah, of course, Darren. I will always talk to Darren and get asked him for like advice and stuff. What should I do? Just open up. That's a person I open up to. And Jared, and other than Jared, teaching them to like David Valley.
I teach field studies, which is a big part of the Triskelion and learning outside the classroom. I feel like, to me, it's like all about getting kids to experience a rich cultural experience. It's almost non-academic, but to me it's all about the experience. I want kids to walk into the Met and stand in front of a painting from the Renaissance and have an emotional experience with that painting. And I want them to see around them other young people who are coming to the museum, or old people, or whoever, and having that same emotional reaction. So one of my favorite stories of all time with Lyons is last year I booked a tour at MoMA, in their brand new beautiful building. And there was Chris and Nancy, this couple, and they were literally walking through the MoMA holding hands. And I often joke that museums is one of the most romantic places you can take someone. And they all laugh at me. And they're walking and they're literally completely they've never seen a building, let alone the art like this. And they're holding hands, walking, and I had passes, and Sharon Ortiz, another girl, comes up and grabs out of my hand a pass, 2 passes, and she says, I'm not going to let Chris and Nancy be the only ones that can enjoy this. I'm taking my boyfriend here next week. And it was like, that was it. To me, I didn't give a fuck if they did any work. That was it. Sharon got it, that you have this amazing institution, hundreds of them, thousands of them in New York City, and you can have those emotional experiences that are romantic, that are wonderful, that are intellectual, that exist beyond your little world. It's like done. Put a ball in it. Put a ball in it. That's what it's like. Yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. Okay. How do you describe our staff? Diverse. I don't even think that's the right word. That is the right word, but there's so much more than that. Not only do we all come from different parts of the country.
Attention, elementary school staff members. We have shout-outs today. Shout-outs are important everywhere. It should be a shout-out. See you soon.
And then there's that.
Right.
Shout-out.